And this right here is what I love to see. DeWanna Bonner throwing up this ooga booga bull crap, missing, and then look at her getting swatted right after this from Tosh. This is what I'm talking about. This is what happens when you come back to Indiana after being a traitor, after being slimy and grimy. You come back to Indiana, you're going to get booed and you're going to get cooked. We're going to send you right back home with that bull crap. Get out of here, coach. You are not welcome in Indiana.
DeWanna Bonner thought that when she returned to Indianapolis, the fans would welcome her with open arms, like nothing ever happened, but the atmosphere told a different story. There were loud boos, whistles, and a cold energy throughout the arena. Then came the moment that said it all. In a single play, Bonner's shot was blocked twice, and Caitlin Clark, from the bench, fired up the crowd like it was a championship game. Bonner took just 4 shots and made only 1, finishing with 4 points. No comeback, no redemption, just a clear message when you walk out on your team and your fans. Don't expect applause when you return. Expect the truth.
The story of the night ends up being DeWanna Bonner's return. And surprise, surprise, DeWanna Bonner got booed when she returned to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And to that I say, duh, this is sports. Like, this is what we do. And I want to be crystal clear, because DeWanna Bonner is a legend in the WNBA, and Kalia Copper spoke on this last night and talked about how she can't get behind the booing. It feels distasteful because of DeWanna Bonner's place in the league.
Distasteful?
Distasteful.
Oh,
we're talking about distasteful with booing in sports? I am not saying anything to discredit DeWanna Bonner's place in the WNBA. I am simply saying I would have been shocked if Fever fans did not boo DeWanna Bonner last night. If we can't boo, I don't even boo. As someone who loves everybody, I'm not a booer, but I can support appropriate booing. And last night was like a prime example of duh.
There's not a more appropriate time to boo a player than when that happens. And as somebody who, believe it or not, I enjoy getting a good boo in. I like to boo. I've booed far less important people for far less egregious acts. I booed my mailman the other day.
Oh.
I didn't like the way he ordered the mail when he put it in the mailbox. You don't have to put the bills first.
I'll boo my friends when they tell about Joe.
Oh, boo, tomato, tomato, boo.
Yeah, boo.
Cut me off in traffic, I boo you. I'm in the car, I don't honk, I boo. I just roll my window down,
Doctor gives me bad news, I boo them.
Boo.
You need to eat a little healthier. Boo.
Sato Fever fans have the right to boo DeWanna Bonner. Honestly, yes, Wednesday night at Gainbridge Fieldhouse was meant to be her big return. A chance to prove Indiana had lost something when she left, but things didn't go her way. Instead of cheers, she walked into a wall of loud, clear boos. And let's be real, that reaction made sense. After playing just 9 games and then forcing her way out like a star. Who didn't want to share the spotlight? What did she expect? At 37, she came off the bench hoping to make a statement. What she got instead was a cold, clear message from fans. Actions have consequences. This wasn't bitterness. It was well-earned payback.
Foul on Sophie Cunningham. That is her first team second. Coming in for the Phoenix number 14.
DeWanna Bonner's return to Indianapolis wasn't just rough. It was unforgettable. The moment she stepped onto the court in her new uniform, Fever fans let her have it. Boos filled the arena, loud and deliberate, and really, who could blame them? She took the contract, got paid, and bailed as soon as things got hard. But what happened next made it even better. On her first real play, she got blocked twice. First by Lexi Hull, then by Natasha Howard. Shot clock ran out. Crowd went wild. Caitlin Clark, sitting out with an injury, was soaking it all in. She cheered, smiled, and hyped up the fans like she was leading a playoff run. And after every missed shot from Bonner, Clark added a little wave. A clear goodbye from the bench. It wasn't just fans enjoying the moment, it felt like karma. With Clark leading the charge and Bonner completely off key.
Great defense there by Hull. Copper tracks it down and bounces for Bonner.
Whole scene? It couldn't have been more perfect. While DeWanna Bonner was out there trying and failing to find her rhythm, Caitlin Clark lit up the bench, smiling, high-fiving, and keeping the crowd pumped up like a true leader. She wasn't playing, but her presence was everywhere. That contrast said it all. Bonner struggled through 21 minutes, just for points, 1 rebound, and 1 lonely basket. Meanwhile, Clark showed what real leadership looks like. Supporting your team even from the sidelines, and the real twist? Indiana scored 107 points without either of them on the court. No Clark, no Bonner, just pure hustle and chemistry. That's why this felt like karma with extra sting when Indiana signed Bonner. a 6-time All-Star and 2-time WNBA champ. Fans thought they were getting a steady veteran who would guide a young, rising team. Instead, she disappeared when things got tough. She left after 6 games, putting up just one big performance, then started complaining and demanding a trade. It wasn't leadership, it was ego, and on Wednesday night, she got exactly what she deserved: a cold reception from a city she walked away from. Her reasons for leaving: not convincing, just more excuses from a player who didn't want to share the spotlight. And now, the fans have moved on, with or without her. DeWanna Bonner said she wasn't a fit in Stephanie White's new offense, but let's be honest, that really meant she couldn't handle not being the star, with Caitlin Clark leading the way. Bonner wasn't the focal point anymore, and instead of embracing the future, she walked away from it. But here's the twist: the boos she heard Wednesday night weren't just noise, they were personal. And they were deserved. Bonner started the season as a key veteran meant to support Clark and balance a young, rising team, and at first, it looked like she was all in. But after just 3 games, she got moved to the bench, and that's when things started falling apart. Reports surfaced that she wanted out, and not just anywhere. She pushed for Phoenix, where her fiancé plays, and that's exactly where she ended up. After the game, Mercury star Kalia Copper defended Bonner, saying she handled the boos well and didn't understand why fans were upset. Really, you don't get why a player who quit mid-season, gave minimal effort, and then acted like nothing happened would get booed. Indiana fans weren't being petty. They were sending a clear message: loyalty still matters, and if you walk away when things get hard, don't expect applause, expect the truth, loud and clear.
I think she handled it well. I mean, I don't understand, like, she's a legend, and just all the things that she's done for the league, and just the disrespect, I can't get down with it. They booed her. She didn't say a word to the crowd. People talk some trash to her, but we had her back. But it's just very distasteful for what their fan base is doing, as far as when it comes to DB, because it's just like, she's just sweet as soul, and the situation didn't work for her, and that's just not what she wanted or whatever. But it's just, we don't need all of that. It's just,
and that's what really doesn't sit right. DeWanna Bonner's a WNBA legend. No one's questioning her career, but not even a wave to the crowd. No nod, no gesture, nothing for the fans she left behind. That silence spoke volumes, and honestly, it highlights a bigger issue in the league. Too often, players can walk out mid-season, force trades, ignore their responsibilities, and face zero consequences. No accountability. Just a New Jersey and APR-friendly storyline. Meanwhile, the fans, the ones who stay loyal, buy the tickets, and support the team, are left picking up the pieces. People call it just business, but it's more than that. It's about loyalty. And until the WNBA starts expecting more professionalism from its stars, moments like this will keep happening, and with each one, the bond between the league and its fans gets a little weaker.
Crowd, DeWanna Bonner, much to the Fever fans, in attendance, much to their credit, they didn't play nice tonight. Good job. They booed the hell out of DeWanna Bonner. And then Alyssa Thomas started jawing at the fans. Well, let me understand something. You want fans booted out of arenas, but it's okay for you to talk shit? Question.
Fans weren't fooled by the legend label, not for a second. They remembered exactly what DeWanna Bonner did, and they let her know it. The boos started early, stayed loud, and didn't let up. By the end of the game, Bonner had scored just for points in a 107-100 loss to the very team she walked away from for points from someone called a WNBA icon. That's not just disappointing, that's poetic. And the contrast couldn't have been clearer. While Phoenix players used their post-game interviews to complain about disrespect, the Fever stayed professional. No cheap shots, no drama. Just a focused team that let their performance speak for itself, dropping 107 points without their franchise star even on the court. That's the difference between making excuses and showing accountability. One team brought it, the other didn't, and when it was over, Indiana fans had both the final say and the scoreboard to prove it.